Hello audience, how are you? I hope you all are well. Welcome back to another video by Ghostly Gloom. Before we begin, I kindly request you to subscribe to Ghostly Gloom and hit the bell icon to receive more videos from us. After watching the video, please take a moment to like it and comment on how you felt while watching. Now, let's dive into the story. This isn't exactly a horrifying story, so don't get too disappointed if you're not terrified. For background, I'm a 15-year-old Irish fella called Ross. I go to school in Ireland. I am now in 3rd year. At the start of 2nd year, a new fella joined the school. I was in charge of showing him around and we've been good friends ever since. He is Portuguese and his name is Tiago. I'll call him Tig for this story. His school bag is a fairly small, bright red bag. He is a bit shorter than me. His hair is quite short and brown in color. This will become important momentarily. One day I was upstairs in my school. It was break time and I was going to my group's usual spot. I turned a corner and saw Tig walking along the hallway. This was weird because, at the distance I was from him, I would have seen him come up the stairs. I didn't think much of it at the time. I sped up to catch up to him. There was another corner coming up. He rounded it and I followed suit. Except, he wasn't there. There was a staircase going back down and 2 bathrooms, one for lad and one for lasses, but no Tig. Considering how close I was behind him, he would have had to sprint towards and then jump down the stairs or jog into the bathroom. If he went for the stairs, I would have heard. He must be in the bathroom, I thought. I sat at the bench and waited. Tig was the first other person in our group to arrive. He rounded the corner and left his bag down. The realization hit him hard, he wasn't in the bathroom. I asked him if he had already been up there, to which he answered that he hadn't. He had no reason to lie. Now, I know what you're all thinking. It was someone else. First of all, the person I saw looked the exact same as my friend from the back. Second of all, no one else in the school has that bag, to my knowledge. I haven't seen anyone else with it, that is. Third, the only place the person could have gone, without sprinting down the stairs, which I would probably catch a glimpse of anyway, would be the bathroom. No one came out of the bathroom that I didn't see enter it. Finally, my friend is a fairly distinct character. Not many people have the same body build as him. Like I said at the start, it's not exactly terrifying, but I do believe it to be due to a glitch in the Matrix. It was a gloomy autumn evening in the small town of Ravenswood. The wind howled through the barren trees, and the leaves rustled like whispers of the past. High school students often shared tales of eerie occurrences at Ravenswood High, but none were as spine-chilling as the legend of Room 13. Room 13 was nestled deep within the school's labyrinthine corridors. It was said to be cursed, with a history that sent shivers down the bravest of spines. The story began decades ago when the school was first built, and no one knew who had committed the heinous acts within its walls. The legend told of a janitor who had mysteriously vanished while cleaning Room 13 late one night. His name was Samuel, and his disappearance left the town in shock. People searched every nook and cranny of the school, but Samuel was never found. It was as if he had been swallowed by the very walls of Room 13. Over the years, strange things began happening in and around the room. Students who entered reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. Some claimed they heard faint whispers echoing through the air, as if the walls held secrets they longed to reveal. Others spoke of chilling apparitions that flickered in their peripheral vision, vanishing when they turned to look. One fateful night, a group of daring students decided to spend the night in room 13, armed with only flashlights and trembling nerves. As the hours passed, their flashlights began to flicker and die, one by one, leaving them in darkness. Panic set in as they heard the faint sound of footsteps approaching. With hearts pounding, they watched in terror as the room's door creaked open, revealing a shadowy figure. It was Samuel, the long-lost janitor, his eyes hollow and his face contorted in agony. He beckoned them to follow him into the depths of room 13. Fear gripped the students, but they couldn't resist the call of the vengeful spirit. They ventured deeper into the room, where the air grew colder, and the walls seemed to close in around them. The whispers grew louder, and they could make out eerie chants in an unfamiliar language. As they reached the room's center, they were surrounded by a circle of candles, each one flickering with an otherworldly flame. In the dim light, they saw a horrifying sight. The walls were adorned with hundreds of photographs, each one showing a student from Ravenswood High, their faces twisted in agony. As if trapped in eternal torment, the students realized they were not alone. The room was filled with the tormented souls of those who had dared to enter. Samuel's voice echoed through the chamber, revealing the truth. He had been sacrificed by a secret society of students decades ago. Their dark rituals meant to grant them power at the cost of innocent lives. Desperation consumed the trapped students as they pleaded for mercy. Samuel's rage intensified, and the room shook violently. The walls seemed to close in, threatening to crush them. In a final, desperate act, they managed to break free from the room, narrowly escaping with their lives. To this day, room 13 remains locked, a forbidden chamber within Ravenswood High. The legend of the cursed room lives on, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks in the shadows. Some say that Samuel's spirit still roams the halls, seeking vengeance on those who dare to enter. And the photographs on the walls continue to multiply, capturing the souls of those who stumble upon the room's malevolent secrets. Ravenswood High School's room 13 serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that some mysteries are best left undisturbed, for the price of uncovering the truth may be far too steep. So, if you ever find yourself near Ravenswood High, heed this warning: never enter room 13, for you may become its next victim, trapped in a nightmare that knows no end.